Let me start this video by saying something important. I never want to be a pro. Now that might be weird for me to say, but let me explain. I often feel like the word pro gets thrown around a little bit too much nowadays. Because back in the day, being a pro meant just to get paid for a hobby that you enjoyed or a craft that you were good at. Get good enough and then you would become a master and then you would teach some other people. But until that time, you were just an apprentice or amateur. But nowadays, being a pro just means follow these rules and be good. And that is bullshit.
Bullshit.
It is 6 AM the next day. I'm wearing shorts. It's totally not shorts weather. But we're gonna deal with it. I'm honestly happy as hell that I get to be an amateur. And I wanna be forever. I never want to be a pro. Because as an amateur, you get the freedom of being able to bend and break rules that are there to make things look professional. You can do whatever you want. Look, I'm not saying that being a pro is a bad thing. In fact, far from it. I think if you want to be a pro, then you should go right ahead. I'm just saying that being a new guy isn't so bad either. Maybe I've got a little bit more explaining to do. You see, in my opinion, the new guy is the one who comes in with the fresh perspective. And that's my definition. Somebody who wants to bring a fresh perspective to an art form or something like that. Usually in the creative space. Like, I'm not saying if you want to be a doctor or a surgeon to go in without medical training. That would be really bad. Please, don't do that. I'm pretty sure that's super illegal. I found this one little light stream in this park, and although it is blinding me, it looks really pretty on my face, so I kind of want to just take a shot. No reason, there's no actual reason to do this other than underexposing the sky and letting the sun make my face look golden. Yeah! This is like the most well-trained dog I've ever seen. Hey, buddy. Yeah. He's super into cameras for some reason. Let's talk about cinema for a second. Two of my favorite directors of all time, Edgar Wright and Damien Chazelle, were considered amateur directors until they exploded on the scene. By the way, if you don't know who Damien Chazelle is, you probably don't. Well, you might, I don't know. It depends on how knowledgeable you are of directors' names. Damien Chazelle is the guy who made La La Land. Yeah, and Whiplash. So he's a pretty decent director. When you start a hobby, it's so easy to look at the pros and judge your work against theirs. But you shouldn't. And hey, I'm guilty of this too. I am someone who constantly looks at other people's work and goes, man, mine is nowhere near that good. But what I really should be doing, and what you should be doing, is we should be looking at our work and going, hey, I like this, but how can I make it better? Because we could draw inspiration from the pros, but we're never going to be them. And we can take inspiration from our friends and from other people, but we are never going to be those people either. We are who we are. We're creatives. And as an amateur, you get to tweak and change every single thing that you do to make something new every time. Which is awesome. Look, if you work hard at anything and work hard enough, you can do it. I think so anyway. What is this statue? It looks very phallic. Maybe that's just me. The other thing that happens is when you're an amateur, by the way, I am in this gazebo thing and it is really nice to sit in. When you're an amateur, you get to make mistakes, you get to learn, you can ask your friends, hey, what did you like, what didn't you like? Whereas pros, they're seen as like, they know everything. They're a pro. So why they're not allowed to make mistakes. They're not allowed to change up the formula or try new things, and that sucks. Like, it really sucks. Even the word pro now just makes me feel just, wow. If you take anything from this video, take this. Don't aspire to be a pro. Aspire to make the best things every single time. Get better and better and better. And don't settle for, well, these are the rules, so I'll make this. This is my mantra, and if you have a hobby or anything that you want to get really good at, I think you should live by it too, which is work, create, work harder, get better. And I think that is what you should live by, constantly. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this has been a little bit inspiring. If you want to see more from me, there is a Instagram link right there. If you scan it with your phone, it'll bring you to it. You can also subscribe to see more from Frame Hungry and our adventures that we will have with cinematography and photography in the future. Cheers, bye.